Hello and welcome to RedLive. Dr. Nandipha Magudumana made headlines due to her relationship with fugitive Thabo, also known as the Facebook rapist. Now, the revelation of their brazen acts have kept South Africans on the edge of their seats. Now, a question that has crept up is exactly who is Dr. Nandipha and how did she end up being the Bonnie to Thabo Besta's Clyde? Now, in this video, we're going to take a look at Dr. Nandipha and go through what do we know about Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. So what we do know so far is that Dr. Nandipha is a famous South African medical doctor, and we also know that before she got married she was Dr. Nandipha Segeleni, and now she is of course Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. So yes, we do refer to her as doctor. She is a medical doctor, but she's also a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, a surgeon, the owner of Optimum Medical Solutions, and of course, a fugitive. And also do keep in mind that the female doctor has somewhat always been in the news because of her work, but it seems that obviously her recent popularity is going at its peak due to her association with a popular murderer, Thabo Besta. Now, people seem to have taken an interest in her life after getting to know about the connection that they have. So let's start off with exactly who is Dr. Nandipha. Well, according to the reports, she was born in 1989 in Bizani, a village in the Eastern Cape, but she was raised in Port Edward, KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa by her mother. Now, Dr. Nandipha has said multiple times that she had been aspiring to be a doctor since she was 6 years old, and she has completed that. Her education goes something like this. She went to Port Edward Primary School, then she finished her high school education at Port Shepstone High School. She then began a BH Science, Bachelor of Health Science degree in Biomedical Sciences. She also has a Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, both degrees from the same university, which is the University of the Witwatersrand. Now, as for Dr. Nandipha's personal life, Dr. Nandipha was married to Dr. Vugo Magudumana or Dr. Mukhusile Magudumane. I will say this, it could be the same person, just two different names, or the same name, maybe those are both their names. And this is the only picture that I could find of Mr. Magudumana. But moving swiftly along, Dr. Nandipha also has two beautiful kids, and when it comes to Dr. Nandipha's lifestyle, it does seem that the good honorable doctor loves the easy, soft, luxury-filled life. It can be seen in her photographs on how she loves to travel on her social media, her Instagram account. She also claims to have a liking for books, and not just books, but also health and fitness as well as fashion. Now, when it comes to her work, it was revealed that one of her clients is none other than Miss South Africa as well as Miss Universe Zozibini Tunzi. So yeah, she does rub shoulders with the universe. But focusing on her love life, the reports go that not everything was in harmony with her husband, as reports started coming in of her being spotted with one specific criminal. Now, the duo seem to have been on the run since they were both spotted in a shopping complex. Now, Thabo Besta is a convicted rapist, fraudster, and a murderer here in South Africa. Now, a brief overview on Thabo Besta. He basically rose to prominence here in South Africa after he was discovered inviting Facebook females to his flat with promises of having connections to international modeling agency, and he went under the guise of being interested to assist them in their careers. Now, the connection between Thabo Besta and Dr. Nandipha, according to the reports, Dr. Nandipha is accused of money laundering for Thabo Besta through her medical company. So getting back to Dr. Nandipha Magudumana, we're going to go through a little bit of a timeline. So we're going to start off in 2006. According to the reports, she met Thabo Besta while she was studying at Wits University. It is alleged that Thabo Besta was running a modeling and promotions agency, and Nandipha was one of the agency's promo girls. Moving forward by about 5 years, 2011, according to the reports, Nandipha lost contact with Thabo Besta. 2013, Dr. Nandipha graduated from Wits University. She holds a Bachelor of Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences and a Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery. Staying in the same year of 2013, Dr. Nandipha got married to Dr. Magudumana. And then from 2014 to about 2015, Dr. Nandipha worked at the Edenvale Hospital. In 2016 to about 2017, she started working at the Far East Rand Hospital. Now, as a person who lives in the East Rand, I know some horror stories about the Far East Rand Hospital. Hopefully, she was not part of those particular horror stories. But yeah, during this time, between 2016 to 2017, Dr. Nandipha opened Optimum Medical Solutions. Now, as you can see there, the About Us reads, Optimum Medical Aesthetics is a skincare and aesthetics clinic based in Morningside, Sandton, providing non-surgical treatments to its clients. Our clinical team are highly trained and experienced, specializing in bespoke treatment plans for your individual needs. You will feel 100% reassured and confident from your very first visit. All consultations are given face-to-face in discreet, private treatment rooms. Only honest recommendations will be given for the most effective results. Our approachable team will put you at ease to ask any question you may have without feeling uncomfortable. And over there, it's got plus 5,000 satisfied patients, 352 face lifting, 718 injectable. Now, on the About section of the website, we've got Meet Dr. Nandipha Magudumana, owner and resident doctor for Optimum Medical Aesthetics Solution, who is originally from Port Edwards, holds a Bachelor of Health Sciences degree in Biomedical Sciences and a Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery, both from Wits University. And the quote over there is, we are into aesthetics which deal with dermatology and plastic surgery. We are also focused on pharmaceuticals. Now, the website is still up and running. There's a whole price list. They've got a whole bunch of services. I would advise you not to really go and buy anything from there. There's no guarantee you get anything in return for your money. But yes, getting back to the timeline between 2016 to 2017, according to the reports, Dr. Nandipha started reaching out to Thabo Bester, who was in prison, and allegedly she started visiting him. And then in 2018, Dr. Nandipha earned a spot in the Mail and Guardian's Youth South Africans list. Now, she was 29 years old at the time, and as we spoke about, she is the founder of Optimum Medical Solutions. Now, at the time, Dr. Nandipha was interviewed and she spoke about a saying that inspired her to pursue a career in medical aesthetics. This is the quote that she gave: "If you do what you love, you will never have to work a day in your life." It would appear that she took the not working a day in your life part a little too seriously, but she went on to say medical aesthetics is a career path for people who are truly passionate about what they do, because you help people look and feel good about themselves. Choosing a career where you can inspire confidence and happiness in others was what attracted me to this field. She also went on to say a lot of people lack the confidence to be their best selves because of minor and major physical attributes. Although aesthetic medicine procedures are typically elective, they provide solutions for these challenges, and these procedures can significantly improve the quality of life, psychological well-being, and the social functioning of a person. Look, one thing I would definitely say is that one cannot argue with what she is saying in those quotes. I don't know a lot of people who do not want to look their best. And I would imagine that Dr. Nandipha would have a whole bunch of clients who are interested in getting their aesthetics up. We then move to 2020. Now, according to the reports, there is an affidavit in which Dr. Nandipha stated that she got engaged to Thabo Bester.
Hey everyone, happy new month to you all. I think we all go through challenges, and some of us have had incredible challenges to overcome, especially during the pandemic. And today I am actually going to share one of my biggest challenges that I was faced with when the pandemic actually started. And you know, the biggest challenge I was faced was actually balancing being a mom, running two businesses, being a medical professional whilst going through my medical studies. I mean, that's a very serious juggling act, and all of them needed my 100% attention. Furthermore, it was actually a challenge for me to be able to run a successful business within the pandemic and with the children. While lockdown was changing, restrictions were in place, not allowing us to be able to operate as usual. It actually affected our business financially, and we really needed to re-strategize. I think the most important thing about the challenges that I was faced with was being able to have focus, commitment, and to actually use my immediate resources and structures, and finding those ways to manage all these different areas of my life. I mean, guys, never underestimate the power of a good support structure. And I'd like to encourage those that are facing similar challenges to remain focused and committed to their goals as well as their responsibilities in a way that keeps their lives, their minds healthy and living with positivity.
This, of course, is the year of the pandemic lockdown. While people were being cooped up at home, it seems like Dr. Nandipha and Thabo Bester were getting married. 2021, in May, the Health Professions Council of South Africa suspended Dr. Nandipha from practicing as a doctor. Now, in the same year, Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha allegedly founded a property renovation company called Aram Properties. 2022, on the 3rd of May, Thabo Bester was declared dead at the Mangaung Correctional Facility. On the 6th of May, the body alleged to be that of Thabo Bester was collected from the state morgue by Dr. Nandipha, who claimed to be his customary wife. She took the body to a mortuary in Soweto, from where it was confiscated. Now, it was around this time when Thabo Bester's mother was also alerted by the police that her son was declared dead at the Mangaung Correctional Facility, and of course, as a mother, she wanted to bury her son, but was told that the body had already been claimed by Dr. Nandipha. Now, Thabo Bester's mother does say that she did meet Dr. Nandipha, who wanted to cremate Thabo Bester's body, but she refused.
UNandipha uvela uThabo makasakashonile kuthiwa uNandipha umfazi kaThabo futhi unabantwana bayijuna. Mina ngithi why all the time bengingafelanga angikhulumi ngayo. And then bese uThabo ke uNandipha bese ngithi kuyena angifonele ngithi phoyisa lemtrise angifonele athi kimi mama ngizoza lapha ngizokutshela le ndaba kuqala uze kayi1 wafika wangitshela ukuthi bona noThabo bashada.
Look, I will say this, it's definitely very suspicious to have someone come out of the blue and claim that they were married to your son, they have kids with your son, and you don't know about it. But yeah, another thing I will say, it does seem that they were not all that close, because a lot of the stuff she does say in the interviews, like she didn't know that Thabo was now in Cape Town. She didn't know Thabo was being convicted of such things until she heard about it, obviously, in the news. But getting back to her meeting with Dr. Nandipha, apparently Dr. Nandipha wanted Bester's body to be cremated, and Miss Mabaso refused to allow a stranger to bury her son, and she wanted to bury him herself. Now, according to the reports, it was at this point that DNA was actually taken, and this was when it was proved that it wasn't Thabo Bester's body, because they compared the body's DNA that was found in that fire to Thabo's mother, Miss Mabaso, and they found that the DNA was not the same. But yeah, this is what she had to say about that.
No, angeke ngivume ngumama nawe ngeke uvume ukuthi umntana kafihla umuntu ongamazi manje uyazi ukuthi umntana anyway yaphila. Uyabona into iqale lapho ukuthi ungavuma kanjani ukuthi umntana noma bathi udophiwe noma kunya uphelele estradini. You got makafila uzomdopa lapha umise moshari yakho umfihla. That is problem. And then na hakina anything to do with this. But getting back
to Dr. Nandipha, on the 19th of May, she did approach the Gauteng High Court requesting the body be returned to her after it was confiscated at the Soweto mortuary where she had took the body. And then in June of 2022, Dr. Nandipha was seen with Thabo Bester at Woolworths in Sandton City, and photos of them were taken. And in August of 2022, Aram Properties hosted a Woman in Property brunch in Hyde Park where Dr. Nandipha was renting. So the reports go that Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha were running a scam construction company called Aram Properties. Now the couple convinced several people to pay millions of rands for construction projects but never delivered the goods. Now clients of Aram Properties told Ground Up that soon after signing on and paying their deposits, they started to realize that something was wrong. Now Bester was introduced to them most often by Dr. Nandipha herself, and he went by the name of TK Ngwana. Now apparently TK signed legal documents using a driver's license and an ID document with an ID number that doesn't exist on Home Affairs records. Now, one person actually told Ground Up that they met with TK in July of 2022. They were offered payment to fly to Cape Town and take pictures posing in houses supposedly being renovated by Aram Properties. But they realized something was wrong and declined. The Woman in Property event in August of 2022. So Aram Properties hosted a Woman in Property brunch at Dr. Nandipha's rented mansion in Hyde Park. The event was attended by several Johannesburg businesswomen. Now there is the poster. It reads Woman in Property and Investment Brunch hosted by Aram Properties. In celebration of Women's Month, Aram Properties would like to treat you, a pioneer in the property industry, to an exquisite brunch and all things property. Join us and rub shoulders with females pioneering change in the South African property market. The event took place on Sunday the 7th of August 2022 at 12 o'clock midday at 22A 2nd Road, Hyde Park. RSVP today by simply responding to this email to secure your seat. We cannot wait to meet you, and I'm sure there is some very fine print that reads and scam you. But yes, getting back to the event, attendees were offered services from Aram Properties, which quoted up to 3 million rands below other companies in the industry for the construction of luxury homes. But clients who signed up with Aram Properties say that they haven't gotten their money's worth. 2023, on March the 16th, Ground Up reported that Thabo Bester was seen shopping in Sandton in June of 2022 together with Dr. Nandipha's daughter and a person who had their back to the camera who appeared to be Dr. Nandipha. And 5 days later, on the 21st of March, it was reported that Dr. Nandipha and Thabo Bester had fled the Hyde Park mansion. Now, 8 days after Dr. Nandipha and Thabo Bester were reported to have fled the Hyde Park mansion, she was supposed to be opening her practice on the 29th of March. But on the 29th of March, Dr. Nandipha's father confirmed to the news outlets that she was in fact in hiding. Now, we have recently learned that Dr. Nandipha, Thabo Bester, and a third accomplice were arrested in Tanzania by Interpol and the Tanzanian police. Now, as of me making this video, the reports are that delegates from South Africa are en route to Tanzania and are working on the extradition of Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we know about Dr. Nandipha so far. I will say this story is definitely developing. We have learned that there will be fraud charges laid against Dr. Nandipha. Police Minister Begicele announced that she had actually claimed 3 dead bodies: her father, her brother, and her customary husband.
The story again goes to say the honorable daughter, the good daughter, claimed 3 dead bodies: father, brother, and customary husband. This happened to be customary husband. And the question to her was, so many bodies you are claiming, let's see this one before you go and bury it or burn it and all that. So it was discovered there, this information of. So I don't think then they would have done cover-up when they've gone that far.
Now, when it comes to the customary husband, Thabo Bester, well, apparently he has also been apprehended in Tanzania alongside Dr. Nandipha. Well, according to the reports, Dr. Nandipha's father has been in custody, in police custody, and he will be appearing in court. Dr. Nandipha's brother has been talking to the papers and saying that he warned Dr. Nandipha about Thabo Bester and that he was threatened by Thabo Bester on numerous occasions. And just like that, we have reached the end of this video. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do me a huge favor, share it with your family, your friends, and your enemies. Confuse the hell out of everybody. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to RedLive if you haven't, and binge watch my previous videos.